You're a freak monster.
That's what you told me this morning. It was great. Stop it, you freak! Stop it! But I can't admire a woman that wants to be taken care of. Be quiet. Don't interrupt me when I'm talking.
Oh my God!
You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh snap! Oh,
you know.
If you didn't give me a good beating every night, I would be attracted to you.
See, this is what love is, right here. Love. She's like, you haven't hit me in a while now. You're not a real man. Be a man. She likes to be dragged into the bathroom by the hair, thrown down. Honey, you have to role play, okay? Translenda. Then they put this music behind the little butterflies and shit, and the bottom is may cause death, may cause cancer, may cause this. Like, what? Are people not reading the special? Should I calm down?
Yes. Okay. Have you been feeling a little sad lately?
Translenda.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode with my hubby, William Zaldivar. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for doing this again. So today we want to talk a little bit about some common questions that I always get asked about you. So we'll start.
I'll give the first answer.
Okay.
Okay, because you're obedient. That's why we've lasted this long, because she's obedient. And that's one of the questions she was going to ask. And, and I have to be honest. Obedience is very important.
That's what you think. You think I'm obedient. But behind the scenes...
Okay. All right, go on.
So, lately, I guess let's start talking about what is on top of my mind. Lately, a lot of people have finally realized that calories actually do matter. If you want to get abs, you're about to be 62 years old in December, and you still have abs 24/7. It's not
not shitty abs either.
Yeah.
Real good abs.
Because
there's a lot of people that I have abs. You got 2 on top, and no, I got all 6 of them. But whatever.
That's true.
Well, what do you mean people don't think that calories count? Who thinks calories doesn't count?
Oh my gosh, honey.
But that's insane.
It is insane.
That's like, then why is calories put in everything that you buy? Well, because you're supposed to look at that and add them up and make sure that you don't get too many calories. Or just look at yourself in the mirror after you eat a lot of stuffed calories, and you'll know. You know if calories are good or not. Yep.
I guess it's because a lot of my audience got to know me when I was on the carnivore diet show. And so they follow a lot of other carnivore channels. And in the carnivore community, basically the C word is like taboo.
Listen, carnivore, what is this carnivore people? Just eat right, man. Just eat egg whites in the morning, have some fish or chicken at lunch, and then you have some meat, turkey, or be careful with the red meat because it's got tons of calories, and that's it. Everything seems to be so complicated, like everybody wants to, put a label. Well, I'm a carnivore, I'm a vegetarian.
Right.
Fuck that. You just eat right, but just eat right.
Yes.
That's all you gotta do.
Yes.
Being a vegetarian is ridiculous because you don't get the pound of protein that you're supposed to get. Vegetable protein is not the same.
Yeah, exactly.
And you gotta eat meat. I've eaten more eggs in my lifetime than, I don't even know. Since I was like 12, I've been eating eggs. They were scrambled, but now I just don't eat eggs. For the last 20 years, it's just egg whites.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of calories that the yolk has.
Yeah.
So the yolk and the egg white have the same amount of protein, but yet 57 calories for the egg yolk and only 17 for the egg white. So I eat 10 egg whites, 170 calories, another 10 egg whites for lunch, another 170 calories. So basically I'm at 340 calories for lunch and breakfast, a lean dinner, but I only do it because, well, first of all, having pride in your body is super important, to me at least. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, you have to look at something that all my life I've been fit. Now all of a sudden I let myself go. What does it say about your mental strength, about your willpower, about your determination? It says that you suck. You don't let yourself go.
Also, don't you think that you already know what it feels like to be fit and healthy and have muscles and be strong? So when you already know what that feels like, it's you will always fight harder to stay there, as opposed to somebody who never experienced that, always grew up
But
with
honey,
a little
I
bit,
was not fit at one point in my life, so I was just like all those other people. Meaning, you gotta want to do it. You know, you just can't say, "Oh, well, just because I'm fit now, this is the way I," you know, that you know, I've always been. No, nobody's been fit all their life. Whoever's fit right now, especially over 50, is doing a heck of a job. And I don't mean just, you know, fit. I mean really fit, you know? I mean, abs are the epitome of fitness. Yeah. Because it doesn't only just take exercise, it takes diet. Yeah. And diet and exercise, well, basically the hardest things. And marriage.
Hey!
Yeah.
That's not what you told me this morning.
Well, you want to tell them what you did this morning for me?
No.
Oh, okay then. Okay. It was good. It was really
Oh my God, stop it. Oh.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own agenda, but when it comes to diet, it's not as complicated as everybody thinks it is, you know, like all this bullshit that, you know, what is that word that you love to say or used to love to say when you wanted to eat something? Oh, I got a craving.
Yes.
Craving. What the hell is a craving?
It's wild that you,
honey,
don't experience.
Honey, listen to me.
I haven't experienced that in months now.
Honey, the only people that experience cravings, real cravings, might be pregnant people because women. I mean, people. Like if I can add men to that. So pregnant women, because you know there's so much going on in their system. But then that's still another made-up word to me. By the food industry. And now it's translated from pregnant people to the regular folks. You know, anytime, oh God, why'd you have that pizza? I had a craving. Bullshit. You just broke down. You have zero willpower, and you blamed it on a craving. A craving.
No, it's true. It happens. It's a physiological process when your dopamine levels dip below baseline. I've experienced.
Honey, that's depression, my love. Okay.
Yeah. Too. So, also.
Honey, when I get depressed, which I never do, but I've gotten depressed in my life. I don't eat. Everybody's different. You know, but the excuse is always to eat.
You have crazy amounts of dopamine all the time, and you've never connected eating junk foods to raising your dopamine. That's why you're a freak monster.
That's what you told me this morning. It was great. Stop it, you freak! Stop it!
You're hurting me.
Anyway,
okay.
You know, look, to me, everything about diet is about willpower, about determination, about mental strength. That's it. When I have all my cooking ingredients top of the refrigerator, and there's that mango that I love so much that comes in a bag, and I eat up the whole bag plus 12 cookies, and then a whole pizza, half a pound of cheese. That's all my cheat day. And you know, I mean, I love that stuff, and it's sitting up there, but I won't touch it until I know that it's my day. It's my prize. It's like, you know, the horse running with with something in front of it, just running faster and faster to get to something, you know, that whatever that is that horse has in front. To me, it's the cookies.
Right.
You know, and it's the truth.
You gotta have something that you're really excited to get to, you know? For me, I don't necessarily like, what? Oh.
Hold on. I'm not going to look, audience, I will not look to the left anymore. Okay, honey, I'm here.
What are you looking at? So, okay, tell everybody about your cheat.
Oh, I've said it so many times.
Haven't we changed?
Look, the
now.
only thing that people have to realize that you must give yourself a day for sanity. That is my sanity. Okay, my sanity is to basically I'm eating 1,000 calories. Maybe sometimes a little bit less a day. Okay?
Right.
For 5 days a week. I go work out at the gym. I do cardio sometimes twice a day. I do in the treadmill, and then I play either basketball or tennis. But that's all just to lead up to that day that I can sit on the couch. It's usually a Friday and watch my horror movies and just relax and eat whatever, Friday and Saturday. So Saturday there's cookies left over because I I eat so much and I drink a whole gallon of water. I weigh 212 on Friday morning. On Saturday morning, I'm 222. And only because of all the amount of cookies that I ate, but most importantly, a gallon of water. A gallon of water is 8 pounds. So yeah, you know, but by the time next Friday comes around, I'm at the same weight because my sacrifice is to give me something, you know?
And how many calories didn't we do the
12,000.
math? 12,000 calories
over 2 days.
Over 2 days, right? So your average total caloric intake, we would have to do the math. But 12 plus 5, 17,000. 17,000, divide that by 7. Let's see. How much is that? 17. Divide that by 7. 2,430 calories
a day
on average a day. Yeah, which makes sense.
Well, I'm 6'5".
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the more muscle you have, the more calories you're gonna waste when you move for anything. So you know what people have to realize: if they're gonna diet, you have to give yourself a cheat. You tried it and it was very difficult, and I always told you, you have to have a light at the end of the tunnel. You just can't say, well, I'm going to eat and I'm not going to ever have something sweet again, because it's just not, it's not logical, it's not feasible, and it's not going to happen. And it didn't happen, and it won't happen, because you have to, unless you're somebody that it's repugnant to eat sweets, know, if you feel that way, but you love sweets.
It's not that. No, it's not that. What I discovered later on.
Oh yeah, the carbs.
It's like the carbs were not allowing me to recover. I was constantly under recovered from my workout. So it worked, but as I was pushing my workouts to a higher level so that I would increase my baseline dopamine even higher and optimize for brain function, at that point, not having carbs became a limiting factor. And then you have cravings, and then you realize,
I don't have any carbs. I mean, everything has a little bit of carbs, everything. But the 20 egg whites and the 93.7 lean turkey I have has very little carbs too. I do that for 5 days. Okay,
yes, but remember, honey, I'm sprinting at 10 miles per hour. Like, the demands that I'm putting on
I'm 62. Okay, so whatever you're doing, okay, and I'm double your age. Oh no, triple your age, right?
Yes.
So I
am forever 21.
So honey. Listen, everybody.
I think it depends on your level of physical activity.
Everybody's different, honey.
Depending on your goals, right? Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's body's going to be different. Yeah. You have to experiment. This that I eat now is through 35 years, or even maybe 40 years of just. I mean, my diet wasn't great. I used to have mayo in the refrigerator, hot dogs, loved hot dogs, all that crap. I mean, I used to eat my son's cereal. I just a whole thing like that. I just eat the whole thing.
Yeah. Remember when I used to make you those pots of
oatmeal with nuts and raisins? I love that stuff, but I've cut out carbs completely.
Yeah.
After I won the first show and I got my abs, I knew that I couldn't be eating carbs.
So you haven't done that? Well, no, you do eat a lot of carbs.
On my cheat day, my love. Mommy, this is a thin crust, okay? Take it easy. It's the thin crust.
Okay, what about the mango?
Mommy, all that has the sugar. I know that, but again, that's my cheat day.
What about the almond flour? It still has carbs in it.
I agree, but during the 5 days that I work out so hard and lose all the calories, I get to that moment where I can splurge, and that's why I do it.
Exactly, and you have so much muscle. It sucks.
Honey, I don't think anybody's going to learn from anything that I'm saying, because what I do is like, nobody does that shit. Well, nobody diets like a maniac so he can eat like a pig. You know?
But they don't have to do the same thing that you do. I think for the vast majority of people, they might benefit more from upping their carbs and training harder throughout the week, as opposed to not doing any. Unless you could do that, that's fine. But you still do carb refeeds a lot Fridays and Saturdays, and so that fuels your glycogen stores, and that's why it's much easier for the next 5 days to keep going.
So I gotta ask you a question. What are the two hardest things when it comes to weight? First of all, it's either food or exercise. They're right there.
Yeah.
Now you're saying eat more food
Yeah.
and then work out harder.
Yeah.
Most people don't want to work out. Most people don't give a crap about working out. Okay, the people that do, it's
But
hard.
if they're watching this, I think the people that are watching this are interested.
Agreed.
And they're different than probably the vast majority of the population. So.
I agree, but still, that does not take away that I hate going to the gym. I don't like going to the gym. To me, it's like I gotta do my stuff so I can feel good mentally, and then I get out. But a lot of people, they're not retired like me. Well, it doesn't really matter because when I was working, I went to the gym after work and then I went and ran anyway.
When you won your bodybuilding shows, you were already
How about
working
people that have kids and all that stuff? I'm not making excuses for anybody, but it's hard. So to me, eating less carbs every day and eating less calories and maybe giving yourself one day, one cheat, not the monster cheats that I have, but just one day is the key. Have a little bit of carbs, have, food that will satisfy you, that whatever it is, either you like salty stuff or you like sweet stuff. But you cannot deny yourself so much, because when you deny yourself, that's when that stupid word comes in. I had a craving. No, it wasn't a craving.
Stupid word.
Yeah. Mommy, it's all mental strength. When I see that food up there on top of the refrigerator that I love, I don't touch it. But you know why? Because I know that in 4 or 5 days, whatever days it is to get to Friday,
right,
I'm gonna have it.
Right.
So either you do it that way and give yourself a cheat, or it's kind of difficult. I mean,
but here's my thing is that most people have an easier time working out compared to
dieting,
restricting foods, right? Everybody says like the diet is the hardest thing for them. So then, it's actually even better to put on more muscle, improve your longevity. The more muscle you have on your
frame, the longer. How many people you think are lifting weights hard enough to put muscle, my love?
But that's what that's what
women don't have no testosterone almost. It's super hard for women to put on muscle.
It is.
Then men, if they're not on testosterone, which I am testosterone because I'm going to be 62 years old. But.
But you're like on such minimal dose that it's just the right.
1 ml is not a minimal dose every week. It's not max. It's not even close to max actually. But yeah, you might be right. It might be pretty on the low side, but it doesn't matter. The point is that it's hard to build muscle too.
Yeah.
And you have to build muscle. You have to go to the gym consistently.
Yeah.
Some people think they go 2 days a week and I'm good. I did a lot. No, you didn't do nothing. Because 2 days a week is not good enough. 5 days off. 2 days working out?
Yeah.
No, it's just like eating.
Yeah.
Eating bad food. You gotta eat good. That's what I do. Eat good for 5 days, and I eat bad for 2 days. But the thing is to be able to recover yourself to get back to the weight that you want.
That's why I love tracking so much, and I love those machines that track your muscle mass, because then you can no longer lie to yourself. When you can determine that per month you still haven't added a pound of muscle for a woman or 2 pounds of muscle for a male, then all of a sudden the motivation is easier to come by, and then you will go more frequently and train harder at the gym to guarantee that the next month there is that increase in your muscle mass. So
a lot of gyms don't have that, my love, and that thing is wildly inaccurate.
No, that's not true.
Wildly inaccurate. Honey, it is. Honey, I walked in there, okay, and I weighed myself here. I was like 219. I walked in there and I weighed myself, it was 212.
Did you drink or eat food?
Mommy, I was 212. I lost weight. I didn't gain weight, so.
Well, because you lose weight a lot too.
7 pounds from here in the morning,
6'5".
Mommy. No, come on.
Yes.
No, don't believe that. That's impossible.
It's accurate, and it's not all 7, honey. No. Just your shoes alone, I don't know how many pounds they are. You're a size 15.
Again, I lost weight. I didn't gain weight. So I came and I weighed myself with just my shorts on, and I weighed 219. I went there fully dressed with my shoes, and I weighed 212. Honey, those things aren't that accurate, and that's not the best way to gauge it. Look at yourself in the mirror. The best way, and actually not the best way, take a picture, because you get to looking at yourself every day in the mirror. And if you start thinning out a little bit, it's so little in the increments that you won't be able to notice. So you take a picture in one position, and not every day, in about a week or two, if you're dieting well, take another picture in the same position, and you'll be able to see yourself. The problem with that is if you eat bad and take a picture, you're gonna go, you're like, I'm getting fatter, not skinnier. So
Yeah, taking pictures is a great way to really
And measure
see
yourself. Don't worry
Yeah.
about the weight.
Yeah.
Because, man, water weight is insane. It's insane. I mean, again, I gained 12 pounds or 10 pounds just on one day, in one day.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of water weight. And then all those cookies in there with the water, they're all slushing around with the pizza
Right.
and the mango and the cheese, and they're playing in there and making noise. And
Oh, no.
yeah, that's
Oh.
when you hear those noises in the middle of the night.
Stop.
Yeah. See when I put the cover on top of you, you're like, what?
What just happened? Poor Rocky.
I think you gotta go pee pee.
Okay.
No, come on.
We
Let's
can
finish.
do a
Mommy,
few
let's
more
finish.
minutes, right?
Let's finish. Yeah.
Okay.
You can hold it.
Okay. Let's talk relationships.
Again, she listens. She follows orders very well. Turn
You
around.
just have to make him
Get the mirror. Okay, go ahead.
just pretend that he's making all the decisions. That's the key.
All right.
No,
Well,
but-
so if I make a decision that goes my way, is that pretending?
Puppy, you don't know the full extent of manipulation you're under. That's the real problem.
Yes, this is a Nazi regime. It is.
So what do you find to be the most common thing, the most common mistake?
Well, let everybody meet my baby. This is my baby.
That's
This is my baby, Rocky.
He's 2 years old.
She's my Cocker Spaniel. Smartest dog you'll ever see. And beautiful and loving.
Yes.
And look, he's not camera shy. Look at that.
Right.
He's like, I want to be here with Daddy.
So what do you...
He's playing the drums, honey.
Don't
He's
do
playing the
that.
drums.
He doesn't. I don't think he's liking it. Okay, so what do you think, or what do you see is the most common mistake that people make in relationships?
I know this is what do they call it? Like something that everybody says all the time, but this is it. Red flags. How many times did I see red flags? But I just wanted what I wanted to, be subtle, and I overlooked them. But eventually, all those things, especially with my character, eventually they grated on me very quickly. And once you got what you wanted, and let's be fair, women get what they want to. Okay, but red flags when things. Again, especially for me, if I see something that I don't like, that's not going to go away. It's going to get worse, and making sure that, so many people get married, so many relationships I've seen, these people don't even like each other. They go to dinner with their friends and she's talking with the other woman and he's talking with them. That's it. They go to dinner just because, they want to talk. She wants to talk with her girlfriend and he wants to talk with him, and that's it. Because so many people don't even like each other. It's because of company. It's because financial. Once you have a kid, look, I got married young, 22 years old. Okay, at 29, at 30, I couldn't be with my ex-wife anymore. I couldn't be with her for so many reasons. And I just had a child. I just bought a new house. I didn't care because I am the best father, and who gives a crap about property? And I had to get out. For me, life's too short. Life is damn. It's like I can't believe I'm going to be 62. And I'm not going to waste 1 year, 1 minute of my life unhappy with somebody that I don't want to be with. And so many people stay in there and years go by and they're like, holy shit, I've been with this person I don't even like, I can't imagine what the sex is with these people, that they don't even like each other. What is that? What goes on behind closed doors? This mechanical thing, Anyway, point being, life's too short. Don't be with anybody you don't want to be with, even if it's for just company, because, if you don't like that person and that person makes you, upset about things, or you're arguing all the time. Oh my God, the amount of arguing that people do all the time in marriages, and they just stay because of God or some bullshit like that. I mean, give me a break.
Let's not go there.
No, but what? Because, you get married by the church. That's just, and you only got one life to live in this world, okay?
Yeah.
And, you better enjoy the hell out of it.
And even if somebody does believe in God, I'm sure God would want you to be happy and would not.
Well, that's a very good point. There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
But you know what?
This
It
is
could
called
be. It could not.
media training
No, no, no,
101.
no. Because you know, no. Hold on.
What?
It's God's way. She has a plan for you.
It is what it is.
It is what it
You
is.
have no control.
Que será, será? You know?
Oh, no. But regardless of whatever, if you believe there is something out there guiding everything.
Honey, don't try to make it nice now, okay?
I'm just, honey,
You're just
you
laughing.
dig a hole so deep for me. Now, what am I
Why?
gonna
But
do?
honey, that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
It's his opinion.
I don't, listen, that's the beautiful thing about America. Maybe not right now, but, you can say whatever you want. And that's why so many people, so many heroes fought in wars. So we can have this democracy, which is going down the fucking hole right now. But whatever.
Yeah, honey, stop digging holes.
Well,
Just
it's the truth.
Fitness, relationships, period, dot.
All right.
Okay, let's not. Okay.
So, okay.
They don't care to know about our thoughts on that.
Well, I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Okay.
So.
Down the fucking hole.
Oh my God, honey, this video's gonna bomb.
I can't even see the hole.
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. So, something? With relationships, I think getting fit and stronger, when you become stronger, like fitter, you have to become stronger in order to truly be fitter and lower your body weight set point so that it's real, so that the body is fighting with you to keep you lean and shredded and strong, right? And when you do that, it also happens at the same time, you get mentally tougher because all of your neurotransmitters get upregulated. So it doesn't
Are you
hurt
speaking
as
English?
much. What?
Impregnate? What? Listen, of course your mind's gonna get stronger because you've had the willpower to lose the weight.
No, I'm talking about relationship. Yeah, that's true.
And
then it's just how it ties in to get out of situations where deep down, this is
everybody's
not,
so different, my love. There's people that are good looking. There's people that
It's
are
not
good
about
looking.
good
No,
looking,
hold
it's
on.
about being
People that are
strong.
good looking, people that aren't good looking, people that are ugly. They're still all in relationships they're not happy with, and
But no matter what, whether you're good looking, whatever your life circumstances are, when you start getting physically stronger, and your brain has to get stronger, so to allow the body to get stronger, they're one and the same. Then you have so much more confidence about setting boundaries, leaving
So
situations.
you
that
think
don't
there's a
serve
ton of
you.
people out there? I know everybody that I always was kind of my friends. They were fit, and I saw a lot of them unhappy. Okay, and they got to the point that they got really, really fit, but they weren't happy with their partner.
It's
I mean, honey, everybody's different. There's not one thing that's linear and will apply to everybody, honey. It's just
you could look fit and have muscles, but if you're not also
and be stupid, right? There's tons of people that are fit. I
think the cardio is the missing piece because the cardio is truly what upregulates the brain strength way more than strength training. And so most bodybuilders, they don't really train with the cardio.
I'm not saying bodybuilders are stupid.
Like
I'm saying
sprinter.
there's of every walk and race, there's ignorant people, and I'm sure that applies to carnivores, that applies to vegetarians, that applies to everybody.
Of course.
Honey.
Then the less you know about life, about things, the less confident you're gonna feel, and you're gonna probably stay stuck in a situation which no longer serves you and is just damaging you.
I mean, a lot of people stay in situations of financial reasons, children. If I get divorced, who's going to pay the mortgage on the house?
Exactly.
Are you going to keep it? Am I going to keep it?
Exactly.
What the hell?
Exactly.
All that crap. And you stay and you waste years of your life. I didn't waste 1 year of my life. The moment I knew that I didn't want to be with my ex-wife anymore, I mean, it was all downhill. I mean, it went downhill so fast.
Yeah.
And, I wanted out and I got out.
You were always tougher, generally speaking. I think it also has a lot to do with the fact that you have so much dopamine in your brain. Like your baseline is so high, right? And then you help that more with your fitness and you're lifting weights, and you're also very big on discipline that also upregulates dopamine, right? So all those things, the genetics, the decisions you made to upregulate it even more, all of those things make you very strong, right? And so it was, I'm not saying it was easy, but
No, it wasn't easy. I mean, to leave my child, see my child on the weekends.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm a better father for that, because if I was going to be unhappy, how can I make my child happy if I'm not happy with the person that I have to see all day long? That's insane.
Exactly.
And after I got divorced, I mean, Jesus, I got married with you, and that was like, what, 20-something years later.
22 years.
And all the women that I met in between, you know, like because of the way that, you know, and especially Miami, forget it. You know, living in Miami, the women's mentality in Miami, no.
What is see, because I grew up in Lebanon, so I don't I know.
Honey, you have a nice car, which I've always had nice cars. Oh, you know, like they expect everything to be bought for them. No, I'm not, you know, I mean, of course you pay for dinner and things like that, but you know, the things that women expect to be taken care of. I do not respect a woman that wants to be taken care of, because I'm going to look down at you, okay? And then what are you going to do? What, are you going to spend all day at home waiting for me to come and fuck you? Is that the way it's going to be? No, I don't want a woman that's waiting for me. I want a woman that aspires to do something with their life, that has enough intelligence, you know, to want to be something in their life that I can admire. See, I admire my wife. But, you know, I can't admire a woman that wants to be taken care of. Be quiet. Don't interrupt me when I'm talking.
Oh my God.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh snap! Oh,
you know, no, you can't. You know, you just you have to look at your happiness, and that's not being selfish. Okay, it's being smart, because you know, one day of happiness. You know, about this is another thing of like worrying about things. Oh my God, I've been a worrywart all my life, and even at 62, I still worry. But I go to this thing that I remember reading like at 15 years old, that 99% of the things you worry about never happen. You know why? Because you worry about everything. So of course, you know, the odds are a lot of that stuff's not going to happen. And if something does happen, it gets resolved. The only thing that doesn't have a resolution is death. So it gets resolved, and you had all that.
Actually, I could argue with that, but let's not open that.
You have all that time that you spend being unhappy, you know, aggravated, which is horrible for the heart. Nothing worse for the heart than stress, you know. So yeah, you have to be happy. You have to know how to pick somebody, and if you can't pick the right person, screw it, man. You know, if you're a guy, hire a hooker for once in a while and whatever, and until you find the right one or whatever, man. I know that sounds crazy, but you know,
here's the thing, because if you want to be with a woman that you're really completely attracted to and you respect, and she challenges you and you don't feel like she's just a doormat, you know, you have to match her energy, right? You have to work on yourself.
It won't work out. It won't work out, because then if she's got a brain, she's gonna say, this guy's a loser. You know, he doesn't argue anything that I say. He lets me walk all over him. You know,
if you didn't give me a good beating every night, I wouldn't be attracted to you.
See, this is what love is, right here. Love. You know, she's like, you know, you haven't hit me in a while now. You're not a real man. Be a man. She likes to be dragged into the bathroom by the hair, thrown down. Yeah. Honey, you have to role play, okay? You know?
Well, it is Halloween.
Are you calling me a monster?
So, yeah, but I think that's the biggest thing, right? It's like the person that you truly want to be with, that ideal version of the person, you have to become them in a way, on some level. Like the collective net. The net collective of your traits have to add up to match that other person, right? So that you can handle a woman that's independent and she wants to learn and she has ambition. Like, how can you be with somebody like that if you're not on some level at her level, in a way where you can be, you can vibe on the same level, if that makes sense, you know? Just work on yourself.
Another thing,
get fitter, make more money, become smarter. The higher levels you go, they just naturally are gonna be there, right? As opposed to playing games and like, she did this, should I text her? But like, all this stuff is bullshit. It's true, I never played games.
You know, another thing, women, and I don't know how many women are listening out there, 95% of guys, they just want to get in your pants, okay? The nice guys, those guys that may look doofy or they're not that fit, see, they have great personalities, right? Because what they're missing physically, okay, they try to make up in personality. Guys that are good looking and strong and fit and all that, they tend to act like dicks because they think, and women too, just because their looks, they can get away with anything, which is ignorant, because you can't. If you deal with somebody intelligent, they're not going to tolerate that. Yeah. So women have to be very careful about the men they meet too. Yeah, you know,
it's the same. It's not has nothing to do with
there's nobody
gender.
watching that dated me before and going to say, "Yeah, I remember you."
Well, I mean, regardless, I'm sure we've all, done things that maybe weren't the best.
Oh, I'm not saying I wasn't good. They're going to say, oh, I wish I had him back. Now he's married with this woman and I can't get him. That's what...
Tough luck, bitch.
Yeah. Relationships, diet. I've always said it. Relationships, diet, the hardest things you could ever do. The hardest. But the good thing is that in diet, you have complete control because here, your mind, okay? In a relationship, it's two. So you may love a lot and not get loved or vice versa, okay? But man, there's nothing you can't do about diet, okay? Whoever says they can't do it, unless it's some neurological problem or some physical problem that they, whatever, diabetes, whatever it might be.
There is
but
no
most
excuse,
people
unless you're quadriplegic.
Exactly.
The only excuse
even people that are paraplegic. I see the guy at the gym. He's a paraplegic. Man, I love to walk up to him and say, hey man, I admire the shit out of you, but I'm not gonna do that because it may sound condescending, whatever.
They
but
don't like
the
it.
guy is, he lifts himself off the chair, he does his weights. I mean, wow, man, that to me, I admire people like that and anybody that perseveres. Because basically diet is perseverance over all the crap that's being thrown at you on TV. I mean, wow, watching an NFL game, it's beer, chips, and cars. If you could eat a car, that would be a trifecta because that's all it is. It's beer, food, and cars.
And pharmaceuticals.
Oh, well, the pharmaceuticals, that's ridiculous. Those are the biggest mafia in the world, those bastards with their freaking names. Translenda. Then they put this music behind little butterflies and shit, and the bottom is may cause death, may cause cancer, may cause this. Like, what? Are people not reading the special... Should I calm down?
Yes. Okay. Have you been feeling a little sad lately?
Translenda. Hang out with your friends.
Me?
No, and then they show them all drinking, like having fun and just like the food commercials, everybody's fit. Like in the beach, they're all having beers and Corona. Let me put the little lemon down the thing, and then drinking the beer. And oh my God, the guy's good looking, the chick's good looking, everybody's fit. Yeah, go to the beach, okay? Fat asses like bellies like this, they're drinking beer, no, that's not the way it is, But of course, the power of TV, of these things that they portray to you, so you think it's okay. And it's even worse with foods.
The thing is, there's nothing wrong about wanting the foods and the dopamine hits and how it makes you feel. It's just that right now you would either have to really speed up the metabolism, and even with then you wouldn't be able to go without ever checking your caloric intake. You won't be able to do that, right? But the closest thing you can get to eating pretty much whatever you want really is training harder and harder. And then later on in the future, this is going to be gene therapies to allow us to be more insulin sensitive by eating just way more carbs than is humanly possible, even with maximum muscle mass. So until we get there, your best bet right now is to immunize yourself against the modern onslaught of these foods by speeding up the metabolism, putting on muscle, but also cardio, because both of those things, the muscle and the cardio, like you train the cardio just like you train with strength training, that's what's going to drop your body weight set point. And then you physically cannot stuff your face with food. Like you're just going to be so stuffed, you will physically not be able to eat 2 or 3 pizzas in one sitting. That's the power.
Sounds good to me.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know.
By the way, the best frozen pizza, Screaming Sicilian. I tried them all, because I buy the thin crust. It's only 1,300 calories. This thing has like 50 pieces or 40 pieces of pepperoni. It is fantastic. It's probably the most expensive one, like $12, but it is the best. So, if you guys want to eat thin crust and not buy the stuff that you buy in Papa John's or whatever that, a lot of them are thicker crust, but still, it's, here you have a little bit more control of the pizza, because you already know the calories and everything. So
there you go.
And when it comes to diet, everything is just not only the willpower to diet, it's the willpower to get up early every day, to have a set schedule of what you're going to do. If you wake up and you don't know what you're going to do, you're probably going to leave working out and eating well out of that. You have to have a schedule. When I was working out to get my abs, I had this calendar on top of the refrigerator, stuck to the refrigerator. Every time I went there, I had to see it. And every day, good, an X, an X, an X. And when I was doing training to get abs, I wasn't cheating for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I don't even know how I did it, because right now I can't do 1 weekend without my cookies.
Because you're
well, no, because
leaner.
now I'm maintaining. That's why. But it was not easy. And I did that. What? How old was I? I was like.
You in 2017 is when you started competing.
Yeah, that's like 8-9 years ago. So and I mean.
And you're about.
I was in my 50s.
Yeah.
So it wasn't easy, but it's all discipline, and discipline has to be every part of your life. If you're gonna say you're gonna do something, do it. Don't lie to yourself. I never ask my wife, never say shit that I'm not gonna do. If I say I'm gonna do it, I do it. Because if I don't keep my word to myself, then, that doesn't say a lot about my character. And to me, I don't give a, the only other person will be my wife and she'd forgive me, but I don't care. It's about what I think about myself. So if I say I'm gonna do something, I have to do it. And if she asks me that she wants me to do something to her in the mornings, I have to do it.
You must oblige.
That's right.
Okay.
Morning lover.
Stop. Oh my God.
All right, honey. I think the dog has a pee-pee.
Yeah, this is a good place to end. I guess we should mention the guides, right? Dopamine Brain is the guide where I outline how to raise your baseline dopamine so that you actually lower your body weight set point, so that you have so much strength and mental power and energy, not just in your brain, but also in your body, to be able to always be in the relationships that are healthy for you, so that you can really not just feel like be fit, be healthy, and live the longest. I mean, pretty much every area of your life is really determined by your baseline dopamine, like everything. The higher you get with that, everything else has to go up with it. So check it out. It's on my website, drcirisoldiver.com/shop. It's called Dopamine Brain. I have similar guides. You can check them out.
I mean, you should say this at the start too. Because, how about if somebody doesn't go through the whole thing, even though they might be saying, oh, I'm interested. But say it at the start too, or put it down there in your YouTube thing. Look, another thing I want to say to everybody. This takes time, okay? The amount of people that give up. Gyms make their yearly gross income in the first 2 months, January, February. You know why? Because, of course, everybody has their New Year's resolution. They're going to go to the gym, but they never end up going. So these things take time. You have to be determined to do it. And most of all, love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you're not going to want to see, fat titties hanging down here, a big belly like that. No, and I'm sorry if anybody gets offended, but it's the truth. I couldn't live with myself if I didn't try the best for my house. My house, not this thing I live in. This is my house. So take your time, okay? Doesn't matter how long you take. The thing is to get there, because it might take a long time, and you cannot get discouraged, because if you get discouraged, then you're going to stop. And then one day you're going to want to start again, but now you're way beyond where you were before. So, love yourself, treat yourself well. Don't let anybody abuse you mentally, and at least physically. And, take your time. Just take your time, because it's not a diet. I mean, no other country in the world do you walk in and you have, 60 feet of an aisle, chips on one side, another 60 feet, Cokes on the other side, another side, all cereals. It's amazing. Go to any other country in the world. This does not exist. That's why we're the fattest country in the world, because of that shit. And you get bombarded with it, The little area where you buy good food, it's like 5 feet by 5 feet. The rest is all just a bunch of crap. So, I know it's difficult.
Real whole foods, not drug foods,
Everything's made with grain and rice, and it's the cheapest thing. A box of cereals, it's like $8-9 now. Captain Crunch, my favorite. And it's just, man, what they put into that in sugar, in whatever wheat products they use, the boxing, if that cost them 40 cents is too much, but yet they're charging $9 because of course they're buying in the millions of pounds to make these boxes, everything is all recycled, whatever. You know, you have to be careful because it's just, you're being bombarded.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And when you go shopping, don't go shopping hungry. Another thing, do not go shopping hungry because you will not buy good stuff. That's happened to me. So maybe it'll happen to you. So try to avoid that.
There you go. Perfect. Awesome. There you have it, everybody. I hope you had a little bit of fun and you kind of got a glimpse into, you know,
the
what
craziness.
we do, the craziness. If you want us to do more episodes, drop a comment or your questions, and that way we'll be more motivated to give you more. Cool?
All right.
You want to say something else? I think that was...
No, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us till the end. Make sure you let me know you enjoyed this kind of content by giving this YouTube video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell icon so YouTube alerts you every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching.
Oh my God.
And I will see you in the next one.